China wants Taiwan. But here's what they don't want you to know. 95% of the world's tech relies on this one island. In this video, we break down 10 explosive takeaways from the podcast, including one that could change everything. Takeaway 1. This tiny island powers your daily life. Xiaobi Kim, the vice president of Taiwan, explained that most people have no idea how much they rely on Taiwan every single day. From the phone in your hand to your car's computer, from laptops to medical machines, almost everything that runs on modern technology depends on tiny electronic chips. Taiwan makes 60% of all the chips in the world, and 95% of the most advanced ones. These advanced chips are the brains behind your smartphone, your home Wi-Fi router, your smart TV, and even military defense systems. Xiao said that Taiwan built this global lead over many decades. She credited leaders like Dr. Morris Chang, who returned to Taiwan after working in Texas Instruments in the US, and helped build TSMC, the company that now leads the world in chipmaking. She said this success was not just due to money or machines, but because of a strong network of smaller companies, engineers, suppliers, and innovators all working closely together. This tight setup is only possible because of Taiwan's stable environment and free society, where people can speak openly, share ideas, and build trust. She also pointed out that Taiwan's chip industry is deeply connected to the United States, showing that the world's tech progress is not just made in Silicon Valley, but also depends on what happens in Taipei. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 2. Taiwan's location could crash global trade. Xiaobi Kim explained that Taiwan is not only important because of technology, but also because of where it sits on the map. Taiwan is located in a key spot in the Western Pacific, and the sea around it is one of the most important trade routes in the world. Between 20 to 50% of all global trade that moves on ships passes through the Taiwan Strait. That includes oil, food, electronics, and more. If something bad were to happen in this area, like a war or a blockade, it would not only hurt Taiwan, but shake up the entire world economy. Factories would stop, delivery of goods would slow down, and prices of basic items could skyrocket. Xiao compared it to how the world reacts when something happens in the Suez Canal or the Red Sea. She said Taiwan sits right in the middle of global shipping and energy flow, and the world simply cannot afford to lose that. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 3. China's goal is bigger than Taiwan. Xiaobi Kim made it very clear that China does not only want to control Taiwan, it wants to reshape global rules in its favor. She described how China has been building artificial islands in the South China Sea. At first, China said these were just for helping fishing boats, but now they are filled with military equipment. These island bases are not even in China's own waters. They are in areas claimed by other countries, and they give China the ability to push others out. China is also building military bases far from home, like in Africa and the Middle East. Xiao warned that this shows China is not just interested in being a regional power, but wants to challenge the way the world currently works. She said Taiwan is just the first target because it is nearby, but the real plan is much bigger. Controlling Taiwan would give China a tight grip on global trade and technology, and also send a clear message to the world that it can take what it wants. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 4. Many nations stay quiet to protect trade. Sean Ryan asked why, if Taiwan is so important, more countries do not openly stand with it. Xiaobi Kim said that only 11 countries and the Vatican have formal diplomatic ties with Taiwan. Many others, including the United States, have strong informal ties, but do not speak out loudly because they fear losing trade with China. She said countries like Honduras switched recognition to Beijing, expecting Chinese markets to boost their economy, but ended up with trade imbalances instead. Although many democracies support Taiwan's participation in global organizations, they often avoid saying so in public. Xiao explained that China uses economic promises and threats to silence other countries. Even though Taiwan is critical to world stability, many leaders stay quiet to avoid angering Beijing. This creates a double standard, where Taiwan contributes to the world but is not treated equally. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 5. Taiwan is shifting away from Chinese control. 10 years ago, over 80% of Taiwan's investments went to China. Now that number has dropped sharply. Xiaobi Kim said the government realized it was dangerous to depend too much on a country that wants to take control of Taiwan. Taiwan started investing more in countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, and especially the United States. For example, Taiwan's TSMC is now building factories in America with a total commitment of $165 billion. That is the largest greenfield foreign investment in U.S. history. Xiao said this is not just about making money, but about survival. Taiwan wants to build stronger ties with countries that share its values and reduce its risk of being pressured by China. She called this economic strategy both bold and necessary, and said Taiwan will continue to move in this direction to protect its freedom and economy. We're halfway through the video. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're enjoying it, hit the thumbs up and share it in your WhatsApp groups. If you'd like to support us, please tap the thanks button below. It helps us keep making great content. Drop a comment and don't forget to hit subscribe for more. Now let's continue with the video. Takeaway 6. Taiwan's defense includes every citizen. Xiao Bikim said that Taiwan is not depending only on soldiers to defend the island. The government has started what she called a whole-of-society defense plan. That means everyone has a role to play, not just the military. Citizens are trained in first aid, evacuation plans, and emergency communication. Taiwan is also stockpiling food, fuel, and medicine in case of a sudden attack or disaster. Since Taiwan's undersea internet cables were cut recently by Chinese ships, they are building backup systems to keep communication going. Every young man in Taiwan now serves 1 year in military training, and the government is working to make that training meaningful. Instead of trying to match China ship for ship, Taiwan is focusing on smart defense, using drones, technology, and fast-moving systems. Xiao said the best way to keep peace is to be too strong to attack. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 7. China is already attacking without bullets. Xiao Bikim explained that even though no war has started yet, China is already attacking Taiwan in other ways every day. Chinese military jets fly near Taiwan regularly, and warships circle the island to create pressure. But more dangerous are the gray zone attacks that do not look like war, but still cause harm. China spreads fake news and disinformation through social media. It even pays influencers and invites YouTubers to come to China and repeat their messages. One common lie is that the US will not help Taiwan, or that Taiwan is being used as a pawn. Another lie is that Taiwan's military is weak and has no chance. A third message attacks the government itself, saying it is illegitimate. To fight this, Taiwan has set up fast response teams, fact-checkers, and education programs to help people spot lies. But Xiao said the battle for truth is never-ending. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 8. Taiwan refuses to be ruled by fear. When asked about China's statement that it would invade Taiwan by 2027, Xiao Bikim did not focus on fear. She said Taiwan does not want war, but also will not back down. Taiwan is building its defenses to make an invasion too painful for China. She said Taiwan's goal is to keep the current peaceful situation, but without giving up its right to choose its own future. She reminded the audience that Taiwan's democracy did not come easy. For many years, Taiwan lived under martial law, and people fought hard for freedom and the right to vote. She said, "Freedom didn't just fall from the sky. People sacrificed and fought for it. Taiwan will not trade that freedom for a fake peace offered by the Chinese Communist Party." Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 9. Ordinary people are preparing for war. Xiao Bikim said that Taiwan is not waiting for help to come. Polls show that 65% of Taiwanese people say they are ready to resist an invasion. Just a few years ago, that number was 50%. Civil groups like Kuma Academy are helping regular people learn how to survive during a crisis. That includes how to treat wounds, how to stay safe during air raids, and how to protect family members. Taiwan already deals with earthquakes and typhoons, so the idea of disaster preparedness is not new. But now, citizens are also learning how to support the military and keep the country running during war. Xiao said the idea is simple. If people know how to take care of themselves, they can help others too, and that makes the whole country stronger. Now let's move to the last takeaway. Takeaway 10. If Taiwan falls, the world feels it. At the end of the conversation, Xiao Bikim was asked what would happen if China invaded and took over Taiwan. She said she hopes that never happens, but warned that the damage would be global. If China controls Taiwan, it will instantly gain control of almost all the world's advanced chip supply. That would make China the most powerful tech nation overnight. It would also allow China to control global trade routes, giving it huge influence over other countries. Xiao said it would also crush a young democracy and show the world that freedom can be destroyed by force. She ended with a clear message. Standing with Taiwan is critical to preventing that disaster from happening. Taiwan is asking the world not just to watch, but to care. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support this channel, hit the thanks button below. It really helps us keep going. If you enjoyed this summary, please leave a like and share it in your WhatsApp groups. To join discussion about this video, drop a comment below. And for more videos like this, hit the subscribe button below.